Hello, hello, another episode, our third episode. Shalonda, Monica, and Monica, which is funny. Nice to see you all from the US, from Canada, Montreal, and from Canada, BC. Yeah. So we're gathering here to get once again, to share a little bit about our learnings, our successes, our ups and downs, and something that we have to face so often, which is negativity. So that's an important topic that we have to understand and to follow, because it's something that we face so often. But first, Shalana, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, absolutely. And first of all, I'm glad to be here with you ladies again. I'm so happy. And yes, I am Shalonda Lee Mackey Simpson. I live in Georgia, the state, and USA. I am a mother of five now adults. My youngest just turned 18 last month. And I'm a grandmother of five as well. And I am now a full-time digital business owner. Resigned myself from my 9 to 5 last year, and I'm not looking back.
That's a good. And Monica, could you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm so glad to join you ladies again. And to our audience, hello. My name is Monica Hernandez, and I come to you from Montreal, Canada. I'm a mom of two. My daughter's going to turn 18 in a couple of months, so I can resonate with you, Shalonda.
Wow.
And I have an adult stepson. And I also, the same as Shalonda, I resigned from my job about 2.5 years ago. And I'm now a full-time digital business owner as well.
Oh, which is
Excellent.
amazing. Yes, where we met, right? And I am Monica.
Mhm.
Monica West, right? Monica is the Monica. And well, yes, I'm also a mom of three. From background, I'm a veterinarian, and one of them is my son is 20, my other daughter's 18 as well, and my youngest one is 15 years old, who lives with me. The other one's already at their university path. But yes, also an entrepreneur today, and I think the best stage of my life, and it will become even better. And with this beautiful ladies around, it will be just amazing. But well, today our topic was, we chose this mindset. Don't listen to negativity. It's so important to stay positive, but it's not easy,
Mhm.
right? It's not easy. It's always a challenge. So we will start just to guide us a little bit, and to guide also our audience. And it's this part, which is transformative power of mindset. How can we navigate through negativity? Monica, would you like to start with this topic? Talk a little bit about it.
Absolutely. I can talk about mindset every single day.
Great.
Mindset can significantly impact not only your well-being, but your success. Your own mind can actually hold you back. And when we talk about how to navigate through negativities, one of the things that you have to do is you have to adopt a growth mindset. Instead of, a growth mindset is where you can always do things. Instead of saying, I can't do something, which is a fixed mindset, you should always say, I can do it. Instead of saying, I don't know how, I'll figure out a way how to do it. Always look at what you can do instead of what you can't, right? You have to believe in your abilities. I was thinking about when before we hopped onto this call, where I was thinking about a baby. When you think about a baby who falls multiple times before they actually start walking, if they decided to just give up, we'd all be crawling around, wouldn't we?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a phenomenal um, example. Yes, how we have to struggle through life, and we don't give up. We want something, then we struggle, but we achieve it sooner or later. But we have to achieve it. Otherwise, yes, we would be crawling around in the world like babies all over. Yeah, right. And Shalanda, would you like to talk a little bit about it? You're muted, Shawanda.
There we go. And I was saying, same here. I could talk about mindset all day, every day. One thing I say how to navigate through negativity, eliminate it. Eliminate it. Don't allow it around you. Don't allow it in your space, in your face, in your spirit. When people are talking to you, negatively, your mind is hearing it, your heart is feeling it, and it's going into your spirit. So you have to, and I was really big on this one, even as a mom, you hear just different things. And I just allowed myself to, be around positive people that, were able to lift me up, inspire me, read inspirational books, personal development. Like I did everything, in my power to keep myself uplifted, encouraged, and just high spirited. And sometimes you really have to be careful who you allow in your space and in your face. And I say that a lot. If there's negative people talking around me, I remove myself from them. I try my best not to have to be in their space if I don't have to, even if it's family. I'm being so honest. So you have to do your best to eliminate and be conscious. When you hear people speaking negatively around you or to you, that's when you have to say to yourself, no, it stops here. I'm going to take care of this right now and change that immediately. Get away from those individuals. If they speak negative things, do something positive, read something positive, look at other successful people that will keep you in your positive state of mind.
I love that,
Yeah,
Shalonda,
you know,
especially when you
yeah,
talk about surrounding
that is
yourself with positivity.
Yes.
yeah. You know what I tell my kids always? Someone I saw it somewhere in social media. I know some years ago. It was it's like a rock. If you see a little rock in on a beach, okay, and you see that it has a shape, right? So that shape came along the years, thousands of years maybe. We don't know that rock, how old that rock might be, where it comes from, right? But it had a different shape. But the ocean eventually, even though it doesn't matter what shape it had, the ocean gave it that shape. So I give always my kids this example because sometimes you don't want to see them hanging around with specific people. I always tell them, if you hang around with it, I think we all have seen it all around in social media. If you hang around with four people that used to drink too much and just watch TV and play, something. I mean, that's not good. Eventually, they will be the fifth, right? If you hang out with people that train every day and that are people who sport and who read and are positive, negative is not part of their lives. They will be the same.
Yes.
So surrounding yourself with this kind of people is what shapes us. Yes, definitely. So this is a transformative power of mindset. I was listening to Bob Proctor's student, Craig Chapman. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. It was talking about what is mindset. It's set your mind into something. So we have to set our minds from negativity to positivity.
Yes.
Of course, we can sometimes be fear. Yeah, how do you call this? I mean, feel fear, right? About some specific topics. But no, 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 no. Stop the negativity. Change that. And instead of saying, I can't, let's say, okay, how can I do this? How
Mhm.
can we transform the way we talk to ourselves, right? It's, oh, I don't have the money. No, 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 no. How can I get the money? When your kids ask you, Mommy, can I have this ice cream? Um, Today this is not an option, but we will have the money for next time we come, right? We have transformed it. I don't have the money. We have to transform this, right?
Mhm.
But let me
Mhm.
jump to the next one. Is this one, and I love this. Malika, could you read it, please?
Uh, Self-doubt, external criticism, or challenging circumstances. So I love, Shalonda, you touched upon around surround yourself with positivity. And Monica, when you mentioned about set your mind, I was like, one of those, that light bulb goes off in your head. I just love the way you put that. And one of the things I was thinking about and just to tack on to that, is you need to focus on solutions, not the problems.
Yes.
And, I remember, when I was, in the corporate world and something would go down, like a system would not work, instead of thinking, woe is me and start panicking, it was just, okay, what can I do to fix this as quickly as possible? And if I don't necessarily have the answer, who can I go to find out how to fix it? There's always a solution. There's always an answer. And it's just about focusing on what you can do in this moment instead of thinking, woe is me, it's the end of the world, I can't fix anything, right? So just to make sure to always maintain a positive mindset.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shalana, would you like to comment on it?
Yes, yes, I would. So, one thing I always say is, I have been in, I call them valleys, when you're in those moments of just trials or tribulations or turmoil, or maybe you're having a Debbie Downer moment, or maybe you're just having a pity party with yourself. Things are not going the way you want them to go. And so it can be a challenge, especially if you're in a moment and then you go speak to someone else and they're not really helping, your moment. You have to, be conscious of what you do, what you say to yourself. If you're a spiritual person, which I am a very spiritual person, pray to, your higher power for guidance and to help you be a positive person, to help you be more happier, to help you be a more spirited person. And trust me, it's going to happen. And if you're not, a spiritual person, or you don't have a higher power that you hold yourself accountable to, well, then write down self-affirmations. Write down self affirmations to yourself. I am wonderful. I am positive. I will be successful. I am an amazing mom. I am an amazing wife. I am an amazing person. I am, and telling you, like, speak those things as though they were. And I love sharing this information because this is not something I'm just telling individuals to do. This is things that I've practiced in my own life. So I know they work without a shadow of a doubt. They work. And you just got to really be self-conscious of yourself. And when you speak things, whether it's positive or negative, it's going to happen. So if you continuously say, I'm broke, or I can't do something, like Monica was saying, you won't, because your brain is saying, okay, well, she says or he says, I'm broke. So your brain is going to always have that mindset that, I'm broke, or money will come and it will leave your pockets very fast. So you really have to be self-conscious of, your thinking and how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others, so yes.
Yeah. Yeah. How you speak to yourself, that's so important, right? Because sometimes we don't hear ourselves like, oh, I am so stupid, I am so dumb, or I always forget things. We should
Mhm.
eliminate that from our vocabulary, from the way we talk about ourselves, because we can achieve so many things, and things that we could do don't even believe, that we
Yes.
don't even imagine, right? But
Yes.
I mean, going live here, I mean, I had never imagined I would be doing this. Not because I'm not introvert, so I'm okay with this. But I have never imagined myself doing this, right? So I was doubting about myself, right? And the first times was like, oh, okay. And I can remember that first time it was a challenge with my accountability group. I think I recorded like 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I don't remember how many times. And now I just go live and just go live, right? How it is. And this is who I am. And that self-confidence builds up. But if I do not have that mindset, that positivity into my life, into the way I think, maybe I would be still stuck in the 21st or 1000 recording, right? Test. So that's not how we are meant to function in the world. I mean, you have to try it, and of course you will commit mistakes, that's for sure, but mistake is part of the process. Ups and downs are part of the process. The most important thing is, I always tell my kids, you stand up and go for it. Again, I remember when my oldest daughter, she was maybe 12 or so, 11, 12. She plays tennis, and then she fell. And this the that how do you call this? The floor on tennis courts is really rough. So her knee was bleeding. I could see the blood coming down her leg, and she didn't stop. It was
Mm.
like, oh my God. I mean, she's so resilient. When she came out, she was like, oh, I won and whatever. And then, oh my God, my shoe's full of blood.
Oh, wow.
So that's fantastic. And my point here is when we are kids, we don't doubt of ourselves as much as we do when we get grown ups. You know why? Because we have so many downs in life. We have more downs than ups, honestly, if we look back. But those downs are experiences, are learnings in our life. And if we take them as not as a failure, but as a part of the process, of the learning process, then we will see them and be grateful for them instead of being claiming about him, or blaming. Oh, I'm so sorry for my English, but you know what I mean. so positivity is the key, right? And
Can I
and
add
another
one
thing.
thing to that real quickly before we move on? Because the end of that says, challenging circumstances. I want to throw this out here really quickly. So when I was a young adult, I actually used to work with problem teens. And I wasn't a problem teen, but since I left home at an early age, I experienced a lot. And most of what these problem teens would say was that their parents spoke negatively to them. So you talk about a challenging circumstance. It's one thing when the world is coming at you negatively, but your own parents are coming at you negatively. That is deep, it is hurtful, and it is very difficult to overcome. And so I spoke positiveness into them. And I would tell them that, don't blame your parents for being like that, because maybe that's how they were raised. Maybe certain circumstances happen in their life to make them so negative. But guess what? You are the game changer. You are the game changer. This is where the line doesn't get crossed anymore. You have to change that. So be better, be greater. And some of them kind of, came back at me hard, but I came back at them with love. And even to this very day, we're on Facebook and they're reaching out there. Hi, Miss Shalonda. Hi, Ma. So even if you are in a challenging situation, even as a child or at birth or whatever the case may be, when there's a will, there's a way. When there's a will, there's a
Yeah.
way. If you want to be positive, go out there and do things that's going to help you be positive. Put yourself around positive people. Two sayings my elders used to say: one bad apple spoils a whole bunch. Get away from the bad apples. And then the five people that you are around the most, you're going to be like those five people. So if you can't be with them physically, thank God for social media. Thank God for technology. Thank God for books. Read 5 good books by 5 amazing authors about, being positive. There's a will, there's a way. If you want it bad enough, you'll do whatever you have to do to get it. And I'm done on that note.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. I was at the library last week, no, 2 days ago, and I found so many good books, John Maxwell, and Age. I was like, oh my God, I have to read all this. I read a lot, but I
Me
was
too.
like, yes, I have to do even more. Like, I have to find time to do that even more. Stop scrolling on Facebook. This kind of things that take time of ourselves. I do, of course, I do it because of our business, but sometimes you just get trapped, and so if we stay positive and everything in our life tries to be positive, like you have to just shift your mindset. That's it. I mean, that's it. And just let me go to the last point, which
Yes.
is resilient mindset is key to overcoming obstacles and achieving success. I believe this is what we have been talking about. What we try to do to our audience, to explain a little bit, we try to separate the topic we are going to talk about in different points so that it's a little bit more organized for our followers. But sometimes because of how the topic flows, sometimes we already covered the last point. So whatever, I believe resilient mindset. If we stay resilient, just look back into COVID, right? What happened? We had to stay resilient because we did not have another choice.
Yes.
Either we stayed resilient or, I mean, we could get ill, mental problems. I mean, everything was challenging, but we stayed resilient. Many of us got COVID. I was infected. It was so bad. But still, I mean, I was not going to die. I mean, I knew I wouldn't. I felt like terrible. But we were not going to die. I mean, many people died, but we didn't. So
Mhm.
here we're positive, and we're here. We are meant for so much.
We had a
Monica,
will to live
Tokaya.
through
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I want to hear. We want to hear my Tokaya, my Monica. Tokaya means same name. Okay, Shalana was asking, who's
Thank
Tokaya?
you for explaining that to me.
Well, exactly. And you talk about resilience and about, we talked about just surrounding yourself with positive people. And I love the fact, Shalonda, that you were there for those kids at the right moment when they needed someone. They needed to hear positivity in their life because they weren't getting it from home, unfortunately. And I hope that they take that with them as they go. The important thing, and Monica talked about, is embracing failure as, a learning opportunity. Don't be negative about it. We know that, I think it was Thomas Edison that failed like 10,000 times before he created the electric light bulb. We know that you want to talk about resilience. J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter books, 12 publishing houses rejected her. Her own editor even told her, hey, you know what? Maybe you should get a day job. Maybe writing is not for you. Imagine if she listened to individuals like that, the naysayers, where we would not be exposed to her amazing books, her amazing the movies that have come about it. It's about being resilient, about being strong and setting like achievable goals. Don't, obviously, hey, you could say, hey, I'm going to make $1 million tomorrow. Is that necessarily possible? There's a small, minute chance, but set small, achievable goals that where it's going to encourage you instead of discourage you. And, that's what I want to say on the topic. Just stay positive, reframe your thoughts.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Reframe, resilience, change your mindset, stay with good companionship, and as you said, sometimes it's harsh, but even around ourselves and family, we have to just keep back, like, and thank you, I love you, but this is not what I need for today, right? You have to have that, and even our family sometimes don't believe in us, but doesn't matter. You have just to go, no matter what happens. You have to go. Sometimes my kids also ask me, how are we going to achieve this? Don't worry, we will achieve this. Don't worry, it will just happen. How do you do it? Because we stay positive, right? It's just because of that, because we stay positive and we believe that things will happen. As you said, Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think he was already 70 years old, right? When we started this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I mean, there's no. We shouldn't be, doubt of ourselves. Just here, I want to show here, just to close, who wants to talk about this informative session? One of you? Shalanda.
Yes,
Sure.
I don't mind. Did you want me to say anything about resilience or just
No, about this informative session because we're already
okay?
20 minutes.
Okay, all right, awesome. So, yes, so for those of you that are watching us now and those that go back the replay, first of all, thank you for spending time, watching us talk about these, awesome and very important, pertinent subjects. But for more information, definitely you can visit the complimentary webinar every Tuesday, every Thursday at, as you see, 5 p.m. PST time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on any one of our pages, whomever you feel that you can relate to. That's why we're so open, to expose ourselves to whoever feels they have a like mindset like we do. Visit our website, check out our 90-minute webinar. 90 minutes could be the 90 minutes that change your life forever, and it has done and will continue to do with hundreds of thousands of individuals within our amazing community as well. So take a look, take that leap of faith. If you're watching this and you're feeling that nudge, watch our, learn about our business model, reach out to us, write down any questions that you have, and we will be happy to answer them for you. In the meantime, until next time, thank you all for being with us on today. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Talia, do you want to mention anything else?
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back again next week with another hot topic.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you all of our audience to watching and continue supporting us because we depend on our audience and the likes and that people is following us and liking us. And we're free to whatever suggestion comes up. Thank you again. Until next week.
Bye. Take
Bye bye.
care. God bless.
Yes.